Hi everyone, I'm Carol Kaplan from Everything Creative Designs. We're a home staging and interior design company out of San Diego. We've been in business for 13 years now, and we got this amazing opportunity to stage this incredible property on Starlight in La Jolla. I want to introduce you to Whitney, my creative director, who helped me put the design together, and then she actually instituted the whole thing. So this is Whitney.
Hi everybody, my name is Whitney Perched. I'm the creative director for Everything Creative Designs. I've been working with Carol for almost 5 years now, and we stage beautiful properties all over San Diego. When Carol first met with Lisa here at the property, she gave me a call while she was here and said, we have, a phenomenal house coming up for us to stage. And she said, it's the Lotus House in La Jolla. And I said, oh, wow, I know exactly which house that is. I've admired it for many years. We've seen it from other properties, like it's been in the view from other homes. So we were really excited from the beginning to have this project. So after Carol saw the property, she came back to the office. We looked at photos together and kind of walked through our warehouse and started thinking about ideas as far as the color palette and the style of the furniture and the direction that we wanted to take. We knew that we wanted to keep it really simple and choose neutral colors just to kind of be a really great backdrop for an already exceptional house. And a big goal of ours was to really show people how they could live in the house, since that had been a challenge for people to envision themselves actually living in the space. Okay, so after we really came up with our concept, we chose all of the pieces in our warehouse. Myself and two of our fantastic movers came to the property. We were here for about a day and a half, and the install was a little tricky just because of all of the different angles, the kind of narrow staircase as you're coming down from the top floor. So we were putting the sofa like over the railing here to get it in. And things don't always go as planned, so we had extra pieces to kind of play with and make sure that we had exactly what we wanted in each space.
So this house was really something exceptional for Everything Creative to do, combined with Lisa Henderson from Berkshire Hathaway, who we've always enjoyed working with, and we seem to have this amazing relationship that we just seem to get each other whenever we go to a house, what we're going to do, and everything is always flawless from beginning to end when we work with Lisa. She is such a pleasure to work with, and we really look forward to doing many homes together. We've done some incredible homes for her.
So my name is Lisa Henderson, and I work with Berkshire Hathaway in La Jolla. I've been selling real estate in La Jolla pretty much exclusively for 20 years. And I started working with Carol probably 12 or 15 years ago. This house is really an architectural masterpiece, but it's been on the market for close to 3 years. It's struggled to have any activity, showings, sellers, architectural collectors, digest. No one, everyone's scratching their head, what's going on? Why is this house not selling? So I stepped into the picture about 3 months ago, and the house just felt very abandoned. It was intimidating. It didn't feel homey at all. And even though you're selling a house that's artistic in nature, someone still needs to be able to live in it or feel like they can live in it. So our advice to the seller was, the house needs to be staged. And pretty much in my experience, that's a very difficult conversation to have with any seller. Nobody wants to stage their house. Nobody wants to spend the money to stage the house. But when you stop to consider, with one push of a button, the entire world sees pictures of your house when you list it for sale. So it really has to start with the staging. And I tell my clients, of all the money that you're going to spend to get the house ready to sell it, staging is the best bang for the buck. So you know, sometimes it's just a difficult conversation to have, and it can take a few weeks to convince. But in my experience working with Carol and her team, the results have always been phenomenal. They've exceeded everyone's expectations. And in my years of working with Carol, you know, I keep saying to myself, are we getting lucky? But it's happened so many times. We have multiple offers on almost every listing that is staged. And not only do we get the multiple offers, but the price goes well above the list price. So, you know, I go back to my clients, and of course they're thrilled and ecstatic, and I say, see, this was the money. This was the money that was worth spending to sell the house. So when I go in for my listing appointments, I explain to people, yes, I understand you don't want to spend this amount of money, but when you stop to see how much over list price my clients are getting on their listings or on their sales, it's a drop in the bucket. You know, this house had a very bad feeling. I mean, when I came in for the listing appointment, it felt cold. I didn't like it. I think that people who have shown the house in the past would agree. It was listed at a much higher price about 3 years ago, and people came in and it didn't feel inviting, felt very abandoned. And I was afraid that it was unstageable. The seller's main objection with the staging suggestion, he said, it doesn't matter what we put in this house. Every piece of furniture conflicts with the architecture of the house. Everything looks terrible in here. So he didn't agree with the staging. And I was a little nervous, really, as to how you would stage a home as unique as this. And I think that it could be staged in a lot of different ways. So when Carol came out and Whitney did the staging, they seemed very relaxed about it. They had immediately like a concept in their minds. There was never a sense of, I'm not sure if this is going to turn out. It was just confidence. And I think that really set the ball rolling in such a positive direction for everything we did from that point on. You know, and took a day, Whitney came and did the staging. I was, you know, it was really surprising that they could come up with an idea that actually did work for this very, very unique property. So for 2019, if I had a suggestion to give to sellers thinking of marketing and selling their home this year, you know, staging a property is really a game changer. And everyone's shopping for properties on the internet. So you have one chance. You have one chance to make that first impression. If you're not staging your home, you're going to get left behind. It's really not even an option.
I started this company 13 years ago with a very small amount, a very limited amount of money. And today we have 15 people working with us. We have a 9,000 square foot warehouse. We have 3 trucks, and we have an amazing, amazing team that are highly, highly talented, their inspiration, ideas, excitement. Every day is a different day at Everything Creative. We have fun, we enjoy what we do. We have challenges along the way, but that's any business. But it really is a fun business, and the creativity that comes out of our team is unbelievable. We all love working together, and we try to make it a really happy environment. Because if you think about it, we are moving in and out of people's homes every single day. You know, it's just the furniture and the design and the concept. We don't just arrive and, you know, sort of put things in place and hope it's going to work. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes. You know, it's the inspiration, it's ideas, it's pulling the whole thing together. It's almost like an interior design job on steroids, because it's all got to be done in one day. But we managed to do it, and we're very excited. We've done amazing luxury properties in San Diego. We do anything from very small little $300,000 condos to $20 million homes. We have inventory to suit just about every single house, and if we don't have it, we go out and buy it. So we don't just put anything in the house if we don't feel that it really works with it.